Hi, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Coronavirus Diaries. Today, I have my guest here. Her name is Ingrid. So, Ingrid, can you please introduce yourself to the audience here and kind of give a little background on what you do?
Well, I work at a holistic healing center. I just work at the front desk, and we're closed down until May 1st. Uh, and I mean, I'm a musician as a serious hobby, but I don't really teach or make much money off of that. That's where I'm at right now. I was taking a class. That class has been postponed for now. So we'll see what happens with that. It was a training program for a government job.
Hmm.
So
Okay. So, how has like the coronavirus kind of affected you in your living situation? Obviously, affected you a lot in your job. Can you kind of walk me through what's kind of what you're going through?
well, I'm not really going through much, to be honest. Not like other people. I mean, my job is closed until May, which I just decided to leave my apartment for a month and come visit my parents because they wanted me to come visit.
Hmm.
I could pay my rent for this month, no problem. My rent's not very expensive. So I just paid my rent, left. I'll be back end of May. I actually have some underlying conditions like past asthma and allergy and like respiratory issues. So
Oh, okay.
felt like it was best to leave the Twin Cities for a little while.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm actually really enjoying my time right now. I'm just really putting in work and improving myself as a musician and uh, reading health articles about various natural health things. That kind of goes along with my job, even though I'm just a front desk associate. And I don't know, just using this time to better myself.
Yeah.
Work until May 1st. I could have gotten a temporary job at a grocery store,
Hmm.
um, but due to some past asthma and allergy and respiratory issues, I just decided that probably wasn't the best idea. So I'm just on unemployment for a month, and honestly, it's not too hard on me personally because of tax returns that I just got back and some other things. So I'll be fine for a month. I'm uh, just working on bettering myself, just
Hmm.
doing more music, exercise. Uh, I don't know.
Okay.
I'm enjoying my time right now. I feel bad for people who you know who can't use the time like I am. And I don't know. I guess it'd be good to be making more money, but I
Right.
don't know. I'm enjoying the time to work on things that I don't normally have time for.
Right. Yeah. I know. It's kind of nice to have the, I guess, quiet time and kind of be by yourself. Um, are you back in Morris then, or where you currently?
Well, my parents live in Wisconsin Rapids right now,
Oh, okay.
and that's where I'm spending this month just
Okay.
because uh, it's more people to talk to.
Yeah.
Um, you know, while I'm inside and not going to things.
No, yeah, no worries. I guess can you kind of describe me like the atmosphere over in your town, I guess in your current town that you're living in?
Wisconsin Rapids, I'm not a fan. I mean, it's kind of quiet here. Uh, I miss the cities,
Okay.
but we have like very little coronavirus cases. We have very, very few.
Oh, okay.
So I felt like for me, because of underlying conditions, it was better to be here. Um, my parents kind of, I wasn't thinking about coming here, but they kind of convinced me that it would be a good idea, and I thought, well, why not? Um,
So
but yeah, there's we're all locked down. We're a lot of stores are shut down, but there's still a lot
mhm.
of people driving around, and I don't know. We don't have many cases here though.
Yeah, I understand. So did you like do any kind of preparation, or did your parents do any kind of preparation for this kind of situation, this coronavirus pandemic?
How do you mean?
Like I miss like were you like informed? Like did you do any kind of like pre-shopping? Like were you prepared to be like quarantined slash lockdown? I guess.
uh, Not really. I mean, we still go to the grocery store.
Okay.
When I was still in the cities, I was still going to the grocery store and Target, you know.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, I still leave the house and stuff like that. Uh, yeah, no stocking up on
No,
paper.
no pre-preparation or anything like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I mean, I kind of prepared, but at the same, like, I've been in my apartment for the past 3 weeks slash 4 weeks. Um, oh, my light turned off. But
Have you left at all?
I left yesterday for the first time in a while. I went to
Oh,
Cub Foods, and that was an interesting experience.
why?
Just cause like they have at the cashier window they have these like guard mirror, so
Hmm.
they're being very cautious. And then there's like maybe 5 to 6 security guards just kind of enforcing this 2 cart rule. So it was an interesting experience. Did you kind have you experienced that yet yourself when
Yeah,
you went to
there's
Target?
a grocery store in Stevens Point called Metro Market, and they have the glass wall up in front of all the
Yeah.
cashiers. Uh,
How did that make you kind of feel? Did
well,
that
I'd never been there before, so I thought they just always had it.
Oh,
And
really? Kind of a new experience. Oh, okay. No
yeah,
worries. So I know you mentioned you're like a musician. How's that kind of impacted your gigs? Like,
well, I mean, I had a gig right before the coronavirus
oh, nice.
thing was kind of happening, like on March 10th, and then everything kind of happened the next week. Um, yeah, it's for me. I would probably be preparing for another show if not for this, but it's been nice to have this time to reflect and think about what I need to do to be better as a musician. I actually am really grateful for it, to have an excuse sort of not to be working on shows and more so just work on myself. But I
Right.
have so many musician friends, and I know a lot of them are professional musicians, and for them it's been just a lot more difficult. Then they have to be very creative with like finding out how am I going to teach lessons like
Right.
um, online, stuff like that, and
Mm-hmm.
distance learning for music lessons, and just a lot of my friends are live streaming shows from their living room or wherever they're performing. um so yeah, it's people are getting pretty creative about it in
Yeah.
the music world. I'm just kind of sitting back and watching it all, I guess.
Yeah. I know a couple of the bands that I follow, they've kind of doing those live productions or like live streaming productions and stuff like that. Like a band like Skillet, Trapped are like the two ones that I mainly follow. And it's kind of cool, kind of see like what they're. I haven't watched it all the way through because most of the videos are like 30 to 40-minute live stream sessions, and there's like acoustic versions and stuff like that. Um, so yeah, what about you? Are you planning on doing that at all? Maybe with your music?
I'm thinking about making some videos of just some, cover songs. I'm really trying to spend this time to work on my the art of performance and I don't know, singing ability and things like that. So I don't plan to be doing any live stream performances. I'm more just trying to do some things on my own, but I might make a few videos.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can you kind of? I know you mentioned your musician friends, they're live streaming. how are they kind of getting income, I guess, since they can't be there in person?
Um, I think people are sending money online if they want to. I don't think a lot of people are saying you have to pay, but I think a lot of people are,
Okay.
you know.
Yeah. It kind of helps because it exposes them more to a wider range because now everyone is kind of being online right now. So
Yeah, and one thing that could be helpful. I mean, I'm just speculating because I don't
sure.
know, but uh it's so much easier to just watch. So it's not as fun, but it's so much easier to just watch someone show from your bedroom instead of just getting up and going out to a show. And so it might encourage more people to actually take a look at some of the acts. Uh I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, no, it's not a bad idea. Ingrid, is there like anything else you would want to add about like maybe the coronavirus or anything that's kind of on your mind?
Yeah, I mean, I think at first I really didn't care about it. I really thought that it wasn't going to be that big of a deal or that it wasn't going to hit us that much. But then as time went on, I learned more about it. I kind of realized how serious it is, and what's interesting about it
Mhm.
is how it can very seriously affect young people as well as older people, which is so different from the flu. And I find that really interesting, and that's definitely a reason to be more aware of it. The fact that anybody can get a serious condition of it, and the fact that the thing that's scary about it is the long-term implications that you can have from it. I don't know if you've looked into this, but you can get long-term lung damage if
Mm,
you get this disease, which I thought was pretty intense, and
yeah,
which is one thing that made me actually take notice and think, okay, well, I don't want to get this. I really wasn't worried about getting it until I started investigating it more.
yeah. So what was kind of like like what article kind of got your attention there? Like, oh, well, like what's the kind of like the tipping point? Or like, oh man, I should probably take this more seriously. Like,
Um,
what was that moment? I guess.
so the first time, the first, I really didn't take it seriously until I knew someone personally
Mm-hmm.
who I realized I knew someone personally who um, had underlying conditions that could be serious if he were to get it. And when I heard about that, you know, that was when I was, it's like you kind of have to know someone or like it to be on your front door to really take things
Yeah.
seriously sometimes.
No, I
And
totally get
so
that. Yeah.
that was like the thing that when I heard about that, it was like, oh, I know someone now who could be affected. And that made me really think about it. And then just as more studies came in about it and you hear about younger people getting it, then you realize why these why people are making such a big deal about it. You know, it's not just
Sure.
like, oh, we need to isolate all the elderly people, because we could have just done that, right? And then the younger people just keep working.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really not like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I totally get that. I know I'm kind of sometimes I'm kind of afraid to just go to my mom's place just because like I'm like, oh crap, I don't want to get her sick, you know. So I'm very cautious on obviously like the social gathering part. Um, I guess another part I kind of want to ask you is what do you think of like the social distancing? Man, I can't speak right now. Social
Well, I'm an
distance.
extrovert, so it's driving me crazy. I've been trying to communicate with some of my music friends by sending them videos and saying, like, what do you think of this idea? You know, I have
Mm-hmm.
some plans to sort of do some songwriting collaborations, maybe, or just stuff like that distantly. I haven't really delved into that too much yet, but it's been some
uh,
things that I've been thinking about. Also, my birthday was a week ago, March 29th, so I didn't get to see anyone really on my birthday. uh, I wanted to have kind of a big party this year because I never do, and
Right.
that's kind of down the drain now. Yeah, it's been hard, but I've been calling people and catching up with people, I guess.
Yeah, and what do you do to kind of fill that time besides kind of like your music, like doing like music stuff? Do you go outside at all?
Oh
Are you
yeah.
very cautious about that, or are you more
Oh,
like staying inside?
I go on walks a lot. I feel like walks are really good because you're not really close to anyone. You're still social distancing. Uh, I don't know. I just feel like people should be allowed to go on walks, walk
Yeah,
around in nature. And so I've been doing a lot of that. I've been really trying to get back into an exercise routine, and that I can carry on with after this is all done as well.
right.
So I don't know, just different things I really like to do, and yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've been kind of walking. I've been doing walking and stuff. While I walk around, there's a lot of people, and it's kind of weird because they give you off this like vibe of like stay away from me.
Yeah,
I don't know. Have you experienced that a lot in your small town?
not really. And I guess it's not that small of a town, but it is for me.
Sure.
Um, no, I've just the other day I was walking and I had just the normal thing like someone driving by in a car and yelling, "Hey!" and scaring me,
Yeah. Nice.
just
So,
normal shenanigans like that, actually.
okay. Okay. Well, Ingrid, thanks again for just kind of sharing your information and your kind of your experience. Until next time, guys, just please remember to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and this video. So yeah, thanks again.